This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. Assure you complete practice classes from next session. Need your support, on-time practice throughout the course. Submission of assignments, max by weekend. Every day you have assignments. You'll submit them on the same day or before the next class or max by weekend. We'll be having stop gates every week. So it's like weekly feedback, weekly review of our learning. Even if you want to take a break from your learning process, you may do it from that particular week and attend the remaining week's classes in the next batch as per your comfort with prior intimation. So need your support. Let's work together. Let's get started. What is database? Platform to store any type of data, any amount of data. These databases we are going to construct from tomorrow. There are two types of rooms in my house. One living room, one store room. The living room is OLTP, live real-time data, active data, nicely planned, carefully put, good ambience to welcome my guests for my younger son's first birthday party recently. The other one, warehouse, my storeroom, carefully packed to store as much content as possible. That is big data. Remember, warehouse is big data. I repeat again. Let me put in a simple way. Any kind of end-to-end implementations in real world, any end-to-end implementations involves database sources, applications, sensors, and other products and technologies pull data into something called big data. From there comes reporting, analytics. Practically, this is a process. To make it easier for us on my screen. For example, yes, you enrolled for the live webinar. You entered your email address, name, email, and phone number. We need to capture it through an app or a website form. Bring the data, or maybe you can upload your resume later, or the data can be generated from other applications or devices like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi enabled devices like temperature sensors, etc. Or from our mobile, we have the geo navigation, satellite navigation, GPS and all. The data would be captured by OLTP databases, online transaction processing database. Okay, see this one, OLTP. This is the actual first site, initial basement of our data, OLTP. Then comes the actual first floor data warehouse, big data, multiple showrooms, common godown, multiple OLTP databases, common data warehouses. Then comes reporting, analytics, and so on. Now the question, how to implement it? Every project involves developers, administrators, OLTP, data engineers, data warehouse, data analysts, Power BI, and even BI developers, OLAP, and AI engineers, data scientists, etc. Next level towards the right side. Then how to implement it? We need a software. There comes our SQL server. In next 3 to 5 minutes, we'll start the installation. So what we do from tomorrow? Yes, depends on our job role. SQL developers will be involved in design of OLTP databases, 100% coding. The code for SQL development will be like this. I'll show you to get some idea. In our classes, attendees are opting for programming. We have 2500 lines of code, and the code looks something like this, with lengthy procedures, complex triggers, functions, etc. This will be the kind of code to be designed, programmed by developers. We have a banking project for your resume if you are into development course. Data engineers for data warehouse activities. It involves cloud computing, ETL, and big data components. So attendees going for data engineering, They would be involved in something called data extraction, big data activities. So something like this here, big data activities, data operations, something called import export activities and migrations. It's all about the concept of transformations, big data loads, data classifications, very important. IoT we call, meaning Internet of Things, something like this for data engineering. I was telling something called temperature sensor, Wi-Fi enabled device few minutes back. It's one of the examples in our data engineering classes, right from temperature sensor to Power BI. And same way we have data analysts. It's all about reports, dashboards, adding color to your data. So in our Power BI classes, if in case someone is into data analyst or senior data engineers, we need to work with the concept of dashboards, reports. We need to have proper presentation of data in Power BI with total of 7 different tools. Power BI is bit vast. 7 tools, 2 technologies, and 2 hosting solutions, total 11 components. Then the other one, what about DBA? Database Administrator job role. Yes, database administrators, DBAs, are the doctors of the database, doctors of the data. DBAs will be responsible for maintenance activities like backups, restores, jobs, maintenance, security, migrations, problems and solutions, troubleshooting activities, tuning concepts, or more importantly, something called HADR, high availability and disaster recovery solutions. I said database doctors, so health check activities, common issues and solutions, troubleshooting, monitoring, upgrades, and clusters, and so on. So DBAs are like managers for the database. These are the prominent job roles that can be derived from one single technology called Microsoft SQL Server. Then how to implement it? Let's understand slowly how to do the installation now. Remember, one software but different job roles. SQL Server is a DBMS from Microsoft, Database Management System. DBMS means Database Management System from Microsoft. It's a software. We are going to install the free trial today. I'll show you the installation. Again, repeat the installation, and then we'll go for questions, clarifications, if any. Once we complete installation of the software today, tomorrow comes our actual concepts as per our curriculum one by one slowly. So we'll start with database concepts from tomorrow. For today, let's do the installation. Tomorrow comes the basement activities from tomorrow. After the basement activities, you'll proceed for your required job role as per your resume plan. So let's step into installation first, then go for repeat of installation next, so that we can have good doubts and clarifications as needed. Let me show you the installation process now. As usual, every day for every class, your detailed notes. I request you to take print copy of the notes and go through the things carefully. For installation concept, you have one document. I'll make it available for your download. The installation involves 2022 latest version. Let's see how to do the installation of the server. Repeat the process for our learning and understanding sake. Then slowly proceed for something called tool installation. SQL Server Management Studio tool installation. By heart these terms carefully. Server first, tool next. Or it can be even vice versa also, no problem. We can install tool first, server next, no problem. Purpose of server to store databases, both OLTP, data warehouse, any type of database server can store. What is that? Server can store OLTP, data warehouse, OLAP databases. In few cases, even reports also. One single server can store all the content. So let's install the server first. But how to operate on the server? How to define new databases from tomorrow? There comes a concept of tool called SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Remember the new term, to develop and manage databases. Say day-to-day activities, developers, analysts, admins, engineers, everyone, anyone, one single tool. To talk to databases, we need this tool. Very simple and straight. Just like a website need a browser, isn't it? A website needs a browser. Same way, my server requires a tool. Without browser, we cannot access a website. Without tool, we cannot access a server from tomorrow for our practice classes. So in your computer, I need to show you now how to install the server, how to install the tool, how to authenticate, connect, so that from tomorrow, next class, we'll start our database concepts. Requirements: Windows 8 or higher, 6 gig RAM, 10 gig disk space. Any processor that supports Windows OS is fine for SQL Server installation. I did not list Mac here. Mac will not support complete SQL Server. Mac will not support our actual classes from tomorrow. Please get Windows OS. If you are using MacBook, please enable Windows inside Mac or install a VM virtual machine. Our practice plan: install SQL Server first, then we need to install Management Studio tool next. We need to test connection to our local server and our online server. Local server for free edition, online server for our paid licensed edition. There will be a difference. We need to learn it carefully. In real world, we need to work with licensed copy. So there is a difference between trial copy and live online copy, licensed copy. We need to have it carefully. Part of our course, we have online server. First, let's go for server installation. You'll be receiving this complete notes anyway. You'll download the things and follow the steps. Let me show it first, and then you'll do from your end later after the class today. Before I show you the installation, let me give a small overview of our journey for next 10-15 minutes. We are going to download the software first, then extract the software. We get one set of folders and files. Okay, you double click on the setup file. I repeat, download. You will extract. Double click on the setup file, then installation, new installation. Remember this. Then we need to check accept licensing terms, uncheck Azure if prompted. Azure is a Microsoft cloud, part of our courses, part of our classes, later sessions. For now, uncheck. Then database engine. Purpose of database engine: OLTP, live real-time data. I said like living room, live real-time, the ground floor. Later classes we have OLAP, data warehouse, etc. I said one single server supports all types of databases, right? OLTP, data warehouse, OLAP. For today, we are now installing only the OLTP layer. If you are into engineering, then you need to have data warehouse also. BI developer, you need to have analytics as well. For now, for today, it will be OLTP database engine. Installation name, any name is okay. And admin name, install. Only 7 screens. I repeat again before I show you the actual installation process. Download, extract, double click the setup file, then installation left, new installation right, then accept licensing terms, uncheck Azure, select database engine, installation name, any name is okay, no space, uppercase, lowercase, anything is fine. Add current user as administrator, install. Now let me show you the detailed process. Then you will try to do it after the class today. Let me show you the step-by-step installation process now. Go to this website link, this one, sqlschool.com downloads, and it gives you the list of all softwares 2022, 2019, 17, 16. Check the first one. Click on the first one. It is a zip file. As you know, As you know, Google Drive cannot preview zip files, right? Either it is SQL server or any zip file from your computer, you upload it. Preview is not possible, so no problem. Don't click on open with, simply click download. For bigger zip files, free Google Drive accounts cannot scan. Download anyway. Would you still like to download this file? It's too large? No problem. You download it. It works. Click on download. It would take a while. It will take somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes or even 10 minutes to download the required file. It's a bigger file. In my case, I'll pause it. I already downloaded it. And now let me show you the actual installation process. I downloaded the file. This is a download file. Right click, extract, right click, extract. You get a folder. Right click, extract. It's a zip file, right? You have to extract it. You get a folder. Once you have the folder ready, okay, next. Inside the folder, you have the folder ready. What next? Let's see. Inside the folder, double click on the setup file like this. I repeat, firstly download, extract, right click, extract. Then you get a folder. Double click on the setup file. We also call it a setup bootstrap file. Okay, remember bootstrap. Setup file is called bootstrap file. Remember. Click on the bootstrap file, the setup file. You get one installation center like this. Remember installation center. Then before we proceed for installation, we need to check whether our computer is ready for installation or not. System configuration checker. How I get the screen again? Download, extract, double click setup file. In the planning phase, system configuration checker. It checks whether our computer is ready to welcome SQL server or not. It will check. Make sure everything is passed. If it asks you to restart your computer, please restart your computer first and then again run the setup file. You already downloaded the file, right? You extracted the file. Everything is fine. One time activity. Run the setup file directly. Run the setup file. After restart, in case if it is prompting for restart, you do it. Run the setup file. Ideally, other status should be passed as long as your Windows OS is up to date. Okay. Installation left, new installation right. So planning, what is that we did? System configuration checker tool, this one. Installation, new installation. That's it, you're done. You get a wizard, you get one screen, step-by-step screen that will guide you for the remaining journey of installation. So installation left, new installation right. Any warnings you can ignore for now. You may see warnings for firewall and machine learning. I was mentioning starting of the class today, one single SQL server to support multiple job roles, developers, admins, analysts, engineers, data scientists, everyone. You may see warning for machine learning server. Any warning, ignore for now. Next. First time we are installing the server, it will be perform new installation. Next, select developer edition. Developer is a lifelong free edition. Select developer edition and next, accept licensing terms and next, uncheck Azure. Azure is a Microsoft cloud. We'll take it part of our classes later sessions. For now, uncheck and next for time being. Our SQL Server software supports OLAP database, data warehouse databases, OLTP databases, so on. For now, select database engine, OLTP, the first database type in our initial list today. Starting of the class today, we got different types of databases, OLTP, data warehouse, etc. Select database engine. It takes about 994 MB disk space and the C drive for installation. You can change it or leave it as it is. Next, from here, well, observe carefully. Provide the installation name. Provide the installation name. Any name is fine. Okay, here it is. Either default means installation comes automatically. One name comes automatically, or other one. You give your own name. Any name is fine. For example, this, provide some name like, okay, any name is fine in this way. Okay, next. For example, I'll call it as SQL school. local server or local SRV, anything is fine because your online server as well, right? So give some name, ID comes auto, and next ID automatically with the name you mention based on the same name, we get ID automatically. No worries, I'll repeat the process, observe carefully once. I repeat again what we did so far. So far we learned how to, I'll just take a notepad and type it, download, extract, setup file, planning, and system configuration checker, and installation, new installation. Here I said next, developer edition, lifelong free, database engine, OLTP. I mentioned these items in the notes anyway. Please take print copy of everyday notes. Database engine, then installation name, also called instance name, and final one, admin name. Finally, admin name. This one, add current user as admin. Just add current user as admin. Add current user as admin. No worries about other things. Leave it to me. We'll touch base with them from tomorrow during our practice. Next. That's it. Install. Here it is. Download, extract, setup file, planning, system configuration checker, installation, new installation, and developer edition, uncheck Azure, database engine, installation name, admin name. I'll show you the complete process again. Let me cancel the installation. Let's see. Very simple and straight. Okay. Observe carefully. Very simple. Download. Okay. Once you download, right click, extract. Once you extract, double click on the setup file. This one. Double click on the bootstrapper file. Remember the first technical term, bootstrapper. Then we get installation center, planning, system configuration checker tool, like this. It checks whether our Windows OS is ready to install SQL server or not. Usually, if your Windows is up to date, you don't see any errors. If it's asking to restart the computer, please restart your computer manually, and then once you restart your computer, here it is. Once you restart your computer, then run the setup file again. Installation, new installation, installation, new installation. Let's wait for a few moments. We should be receiving the installation wizard, we call wizard, or installation screen. Next. Now see, the items go from top to bottom one by one. Okay. Any warning, ignore. We are traveling top to bottom. Next. Evaluation means 180 days trial. Developer, no expiry, does not have expiry. Okay. Developer edition does not have any expiration. So go for developer. Do not select express. It's very basic for students and universities. It won't work for our classes from next week. Express is too basic. It will not support the features we learn in our classes from next week, second week of the course. So go for developer or evaluation, developer safe side. Lifelong free. Next. Accept licensing terms. Next. Uncheck Azure. Next. Select database engine. Next. Once you set this activity, provide some installation name. I'll call it as SQL School Local Server. Okay, like this. Give some name. Any name is okay. Either uppercase or lowercase is fine, but no space in between the server. Next, you get one ID automatically. Architecture class will understand the purpose of ID for now. Next, here there is something called collation, means server property to specify language. Default it is English. Click on customize. We can give Russian, Ukraine for easy understanding. Okay, Ukraine, Swedish, or Russian, this one, Slovenian, etc. We can give different language, whatever language you want. It's up to you. Default is Latin English. you can leave it as it is. So remember, collation is a server property to specify the language. Remember. Next. Once we are done, the next step, click next. Windows authentication or mixed mode. Previous installation run. I simply said add current user. That should be fine. Next step. Okay, here it is. Now, our next step. Let's see. Apart from Windows, for mixed mode authentication, we have Windows and non-Windows like Mac users, Linux, Android, iOS. Those users can also access our server. Okay. Remember, installation is on Windows, but anyone can connect. For example, assume Facebook app. Facebook hosts their data in IBM DB2, but any user can connect, right? From any browser, any mobile, any OS, we can connect to Facebook. Same thing here also. For example, Skype, Microsoft Teams, Office 365 connections. All these are hosted in with SQL Server only from Microsoft. Any user can connect. How? By using mixed mode. Remember, this is important. Starting of our class today was mentioning OLTP database is my living room. Warehouse is my store room, right? SQL Server is my house. My house has two gates. One main gate, Windows user. Remember, one side gate, watchman name, SA. Okay, SA. System administrator. It has that SA watchman has a key, a secret key. You decide one key and store it with you. Your key, you store it. I repeat, server is our house. Databases will be the rooms from tomorrow. Remember. And so on. The example continues to cupboards, shelves, etc. Initial classes. To make the things easier to understand, okay? Server is our house. Two gates, okay? Windows authentication, main gate for Windows connection, but equally powerful other connections, SQL authentication. So Mac or Ubuntu, iOS, Android, those users can use SQL authentication to connect to this server. Windows users, your colleagues can use Windows authentication. So let's prepare our server to have flexible connections from any user, mixed mode. We shall learn more about authentication very next class, detailed. We have separate theory part for it for our entry purpose. For now, leave the remaining things to me, and next, let's complete the installation process, install. So what we are learning, we are understanding how to install SQL Server to accept Windows and non-Windows connections. Set your own password. Any password. I said admin123. You set your own password. So here it is, admin name, or simply say mixed mode authentication. I'll write in uppercase, okay? Mixed mode authentication. Here you have add current user as admin. Current user means a currently logged in Windows user, okay? This user. And other one, you have set, specify a password for default SA login, system admin login. Do these steps and configure this server. Once you configure this server, then what about the tool? Okay, website ready. Without browser, I cannot access the website. So the tool you'll be able to get from the same website link, sqlschool.com. Just wait, please. Yep, I'll just take you there again. sqlschool.com. This one, okay? Downloads earlier server, now tool. You may get a question. Sai, I'm installing 2022 SQL Server. Do I need to have SSMS 2022 same version? No, not problem. Not at all a problem. New website, old browser, old website, new browser. Anything works. I mean, higher latest version server, old tool also works. No problem, but the latest, the better. Click to download. It's a direct official Microsoft link. Tool is free for life. Lifelong free tool. SSMS setup file we call it. You download the tool. Okay, you download the tool. Once you download the tool, where it is, let's see. Okay, once you download the tool, then next, it may take some time, you get it downloaded. Once you download the tool, it will be available here like this. Double click and start the tool installation also. No extra steps. For server, okay, we need to do all these. For tool, just download, install, that's it. So this is step number 1. Okay, step number 1, how to install SQL server. Step 1. This is step number 2, how to install SSMS, means SQL Server Management Studio. Please by heart is tool. Download, install. From where you will download? From our website sqlschool.com/downloads, from here. So you download the server, you download the tool, and once you are done, you need to restart your computer. Then comes our next part of the class, how to test connections, and then additional theory for interview preparation, and continue for practice. These items next class. You please complete the server and tool installation today, so that we are ready for our actual classes to enjoy the practice step by step. Need your support? Kindly ensure on-time practice throughout the course, please. It's very, very important for us. Let the installation go on. It would take some time. My tool installation will take somewhere between 30 to 40 minutes. Server installation will take not more than 3 to 5 minutes. Usually 3 minutes for me. Please see if you can complete the installation before we start our actual practice from tomorrow's class. With this, we'll stop for now. Any errors or questions, clarifications on installation, please reach me on, okay, once you complete above concepts. Still any problem, please reach me on my number or my LinkedIn or email, anyone. Glad to assist you to make sure you have proper learning process step by step for project work and resume. We'll stop for today.